I know you were hoping that there wouldn't be a big drop-off without Rajon in there, but it seemed, at least from offensively, the pace, defensively at times, it seemed like there was definitely a difference from what we saw in Game 1 and Game 2 with what Rondo was able to accomplish.
I mean, we're going to miss Rajon. There's no doubt about that. But, at the same time, we do have confidence in those other guys. This experience of getting that first start for Jaren, again, we'll go back and watch the film, obviously, and make the decision on what we're going to do. But, Jaren's filled in that spot anytime we've had any type of injury. And he's done a solid job for us. So, again, it's going back, it's watching the film to see how we can flow into an offense better. The bottom line is tonight they came out and threw the first punch at us. And, it took us a whole quarter before we responded. They did the same thing after halftime. They came out, they were the aggressors, put us on our heels, cut it to 1. They came down and hit back-to-back threes by not being up high enough. So, again, it's about going back and figuring out why that happened, hopefully coming out with a different mindset, opening up on Sunday.
Casey Johnson, Chicago Tribune. Fred, are you committed to keeping that point guard rotation as is, or given the way they struggled with ball security, is it possible to maybe just go with Dwayne and Jimmy and another shooter out there?
Well, we'll see, Casey. Again, we'll go back and watch it and get together with the film session with our team tomorrow, get them back in the gym, and then make that decision before the game on Sunday.
Fred, you talked about the confidence that Rondo gave those players, even Dwayne and Jimmy, coming into this series. Now that he's not there, did you see a little lack of confidence? Is there a natural letdown that happens when a guy is on the sideline as opposed to in the game?
Well, I think, human nature might have a little bit of that, Vince, but, you can't allow that to happen. Again, we have confidence in our guards, that played. They've given us good minutes this year. We need to, try to put things in that are simple to try to create some confidence for those players. That's what we have to do. We need to play simple basketball. We had 18 turnovers tonight. We talked early in the series. If we turn the ball over that amount of time, we're probably not going to win. So we got to take care of the basketball. We made up for it in the glass in the first 2 games. With our lack of ball security tonight, it cost us.
Rajon, how disappointing was this injury for you, and how long do you think you will be out?
It couldn't come at a worse time, but things happen for a reason. It is what it is, and I'm not sure how long I'll be out. I plan on my body healing pretty quickly, but the doctor told me a couple weeks. We'll see how it goes from week to week.
Rajon, we saw you after the end of Game 2. You didn't seem to have any protective wrap on your thumb or anything like that. Fred sort of described the play, but can you, in your own words, describe the play and the process of when you discovered the fracture in your thumb?
I'm not sure of the time, but I know it was the second half, third quarter, and I think it was an inbound pass over to Horford, and I swiped up to make a play on the ball, and I knew right then and there was something wrong with my thumb. So I continue to play. Obviously the adrenaline is crazy, but I continue to play, and just I didn't think nothing of it. It was painful, but it's the playoffs.
You've been so solid over the last month since Fred reinserted you in the starting lineup. What's it like now having to watch from the bench as they struggle the way they did without you?
Well, I'm gonna go home tonight and watch film and see what we can do better. It was a tough night. We didn't defend the 3 as well as we had in Game 1 and 2. I think they got up even 37 attempts. We got to get those attempts even down. So they made 17, but we got to do a better job on the 3-point line. We did a pretty good job rebounding the basketball, but we got to find a way to get in the offense a little bit quicker and make better decisions with the ball.
Rajon, I noticed you were talking to Jerry every once in a while on the sideline. How big of an influence do you feel you can be to Jerry and Michael Carter in terms of trying to help them, give them tips or helping them out in terms of how to adjust throughout the game?
I try not to be too much in there, let these guys play the game. When they want advice or they have any questions, they ask me. But I also let them know what I see every once in a while. But for the most part, I'm trying to let them guys play and grow through it. And if they need anything, they always know they can ask. But it goes for Rolo, it goes for Felicio. So anybody on my team, I'm trying to give as much advice as I can, whatever I see out there on the floor.
What changes specifically the most for you guys without Rondo on the floor?
I'll take it first. Obviously, we all talk about pace. But obviously his ability to rebound the ball, give us extra possession on the offensive end, defensive end, rebound the ball and go. But just having another coach on the floor, You know, you got a guy who's been in so many playoff series, been in the finals, won championship. You can't replace that, you know, and our young guys will come in next game and be better. But, you know, we can't look to, you know, replace what Rondo brings. You know, his experience is unmatched from that standpoint. But just like every injury, every blow, you know, it hurts the team in the moment, but we have to move past it. And we have to figure out a way with, you know, our young point guards and the other guys on this roster to just be better next game.
You guys averaged about 26 assists in the 2 wins in Boston, 14 tonight. Do you have to go to point guard by committee to get that ball moving more the way you were in those wins without Rajon, or what do you think needs to change?
Well, I mean, you know, definitely we have to. It has to be a team thing, you know. You know, we feel that we just got to play better defensively. You know, offense is going to take care of itself in the end. But tonight we didn't lose the game because of our offense. We lost it defensively. You know, they came out early on and they put it on us. And they made some adjustments, you know, as you're supposed to do in the playoffs. So now it's our job to come back, make the defensive adjustments that we have to make on some new things that they did, some different angles that they put guys at. And then offensively, just learn from, you know, ways and see opportunities that we can be better. It's a good defensive team. We're going into game 4. You know, it's going to be hard to get 30 assists, especially without Rondo. So, you know, we just got to be able to ready to take our shots. You know, guys, when they get the opportunity, take the shots. I'd rather have that than turnovers. For sure, and we'll be better. But, you know, it's about defense. That's what won us those 2 games in Boston. The offense is the shiny part of it. But, you know, if we do what we need to do defensively, we'll be fine.
You had 2 points until late in the third quarter. You went on a little run then. Was it what they were doing defensively? Was it the lack of Rondo kind of supplying that pace? Was it, I mean, what was the cause for the kind of slow start for you?
A little bit of both. I feel like I've had slow starts each and every one of these games, to tell the truth. Missing shots, you know, kudos to them. Great defense, yeah. But, I mean, eventually I'm going to keep taking the same shots. And for me, I think they're going to fall. I don't have a problem with being aggressive. They need me to be aggressive. And with that being said, I'm going to come in Sunday the exact same way.
With Jaren and Michael both struggling tonight, is there a tendency for both of you guys to want to do more? And if so, does that play into the Celtics' hands considering they have such good defenders on the wings?
I feel like we get caught up in wanting to do a lot out there, which we normally do, and that's okay. But as we tell Jaren and Mike, just play basketball. Yeah, nerves run into everything. You know, you out there playing, you don't want to make mistakes. But just lose yourself in the game, have fun, and just play hard. I think whenever you do that, good things happen. But like D said, it's not even about that. We just got to lock in on the defensive end, guard their actions, and do what we're supposed to do. Whenever we do that, we're a really good team.